everybody, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we're down at the allotment again, and what I want to do today is get in some of my garlics. I'm going to show you those in a minute, but before we do our garlics, we want to start doing our garlic prep. And I've got a bottle here because I thought we had two buckets down here, but I've only seen the one, so the other one must have gone home with stuff in. So I've got up this bottle, and what I'm gonna do, I made a nip in it somewhere. Right, you just take off the top, don't have to be precise. Right, so I've taken off the top, and I want to put this somewhere where the wind ain't going to blow it over because it's very breezy today. So I'm going to just rest it in there for now. And what you want to do, if you're going to be planting your garlics, a lot of people don't realise that you need to sterilise your garlics before you plant them. So what I've got here is a couple of bottles of rubbing alcohol. You can use vodka if you ain't got vodka, peroxide, or if you ain't got none of them, then you can just do the next stage, only that you're going to be doing it for longer. So got my rubbing alcohol straight into the tub. I think I needed bigger bottles of these, but that's how it goes sometimes. You don't dilute this. So if you can get bigger bottles, get bigger bottles. Right, so just rest those there. So what I've got here is my elephant garlic. Let my you can see I've got loads of elephant garlic bulbs. These are from last year. These are what I brought some and then got gifted some as well. So right, with your garlic bulbs, let my cameraman come in and show you the difference. These are your elephant bulbs. These are called solo bulbs. So what happens is, these grow straight from the culm, and when the culm come up, they just give you one solid bulb, or sometimes you plant your bulbs the one clove and they just form one thing. But you can still eat these, perfectly safe, just taste like normal garlic. And if you want to now, you can keep these and plant these as solos. And what happens is, all what they do is send off the cloves. So these are some of the cloves. That's the elephant garlic clove. So the bigger the clove is, the better for you to plant. If you want to plant the smaller cloves like this size, all what that's going to do is just clone that. So all what your garlic does is clone itself. So the bigger you plant, that's the size bulb what you're going to get. So all what you do now, you just put these in the rubbing alcohol. Might have to do a bit at a time here. Just put those in the rubbing alcohol, and you're going to be leaving them in there for about 20 minutes or so. As you can see, I've got a lot of garlic to plant. see I've got some more underneath there, more solos, and at the bottom I've got more clove. And then this box is full of elephant garlic, and then I've got some of the other garlic. So I'm going to let that soak, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, what I didn't want to happen, I can feel drips of rain, so I'm just hoping it's going to hold off for a while, because I thought they said it was going to be dry today, but I can feel bits of... Right, so the next stage is, I've got them in the rubbing alcohol. I had to put a little bit of water in there because you don't have to put water in there if you've got enough, but I didn't have enough, so I'll just dilute. So the next stage is, you've got your good old baking powder. So you've got a bucket of water here with some water, and you're going to be putting some of your baking powder in there, about 2 teaspoons, that'll do. I put the old tub in there, still wasn't enough in there, so. And then you want to just stir this round. I'll use a trowel and just stir that round. So you see you've got a solution of baking powder. So you just make sure that's well mixed in. So meanwhile those are soaking, that's the first lot. I'll show you what's going on down here. Right, so I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I'm up on my pumpkin patch now, so I'm just showing you the unknown one. You can see it's getting bigger. I hope it's alright, because at the bottom it's just resting straight onto the ground. You see there's a pumpkin next to it what's starting to ripe up, and one underneath it. This one up here is just starting to rot, I think because it's not getting enough energy. And I've got some marrows, it looks like there, what's coming back. And you see the pumpkin patch is still green and healthy, but despite the rain that we've had. I've not watered it for a few times we've come down here. I've not watered, so everything's still okay. So I let my cameraman come back over, because he's... Right, and I've got these corns out here, and as you can see, that's what happened to me last year. Something came and started helping themselves to it. You can see the breeze is pretty strong today, that's why. But you see something's helping it themselves to the corns out here. I was going to come down to this front, but you can see everything there with the pumpkin patch. Right, these corns in here, what's left now I just need to pull up and sort out these sprints. No, these are chards in here, and sort this bed out. My lettuces, you can see they start doing really well now. Now my lettuce and the callaloo's coming up, and my beetroot. The coyote's running now, but there's not a lot I can do with it, because I see some buds on it now. I hope they're buds. I hope these are these peas buds or oh no, they're peas buds. I thought they were, but that's the coyote. Just one plant and it's run and gone over like they usually do. I'm sure these were purple sprouting broccolis, but I haven't seen them give off any sprouts, so I don't know if there's something different. The chard has come back and the broccoli are at the back. I've still got marigolds. I've still got my lily what's flowering. I've got the Savoy cabbages down here, but I keep saying I'm going to take the cover off. But you can see this is Savoy cabbages, and they're starting to fold, so they're doing pretty well. But I'm going to take this off soon. Right. Polytunnel. I have to do this because the polytunnel now. Let my cameraman come in. I shuttered one side the other, when was it? Friday, and you see my edos, my dragon fruit and everything, the ginger. This is one ginger plant here and one ginger plant here. And with the melons, they're getting bitten by something. But you can see there, although they're dried up there, you can look along the back and it's all green. Green, that's what happened last year, and then they came late. The peppers are doing well. Gonna water these before I go and give them some more feed. And the tomatoes, next year I'll most probably end up planting the tomatoes outside. This thing here is just sending off, and I don't even know what it is. Got my beetroots, some beetroots inside still. Peppers you can see just flowering nicely. Right, the carrots I've still got in here, and I'll let my cameraman show you the okra flowers. They're starting to flower now, so give them a couple of weeks and we'll start getting okras. Because I thought they're flowered, because last time I grew them they're flowered, so I was wondering why they're coming up like that, but I can see ants, so I'm going to have to deal with those. How they got up there, they most probably smelt the flower, so I'm going to have to deal with those. Still got the marigold growing in there, and still got chard and spinach in here, but everything's now is on the last stretch, you have to call it, but we're coming up to winter now, so everything, but lucky enough the peppers and that are still nice and green and healthy, so that's all good. Right, so I'm just showing you this. Meanwhile, those my garlics and that soak, because I'm going to see how many I can get in. I know we had some spray for the ants, so I'll have to have a look for that and deal with those. So I'm going to go back out now and then sort out those garlics, and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right, everybody, so I just showed you what was going on down here. See, everything's coming on nicely. My peas behind me, runner beans and lemurs and everything, just starting to pod up now and everything. Hopefully we should get a good harvest just for the seeds this year, and then next year then I'll know what to do with them. Right, so into here I've got my rubbing alcohol. If you ain't got rubbing alcohol, like I said, vodka or peroxide, I think it's called, and a bucket of baking powder water. So into those now, you can see that the water is starting to fizz a bit, so you're just sterilising your garlic. And someone says, do take the skins off. No, you don't, just leave them as they are. And then you just put them straight into the these are meant to be in here. If you're not going to skip this step with the rubbing alcohol, then you're going to need to leave these in there. You can leave them up in the baking powder for up to 3 days, no longer than that. Rubbing alcohol is only 20 minutes. So that's the first lot coming out. These ain't the only garlics what I'm planting. I've got the Russian giant and I've got the smaller ones which I think we've left at home. So that's going to give your garlic a good start. Don't know how many I'm going to get into this plant today, but we'll see how it goes. And these need to be in there for up to, well, as long as you can leave them in there. So that'll give your garlic a good start. Then get some more into this rubbing alcohol. You might be saying, why am I planting a lot of elephant garlic? You don't see it in the shops, you mostly get it online, as online it's up to some people just selling one old bulb for like 16 to 20 odd pound for one bulb. So it says if that's what they're selling them for, then I'll grow more of those and then I'm able to later on sell some to put into the allotment. As you know, you're always coming down here spending all the time, and the most thing what you're spending on is buying compost. Let my cameraman. I've got to buy some compost for up here. I don't, well, it's deep enough in some places, and you see the grass and everything starting to come through. So up here, I don't know if this is going to sink down again or what, but you see it's quite deep enough to get my onions in some places. So you just lightly just got to lightly just do that over again. And you can see, although we have had the rain, you go underneath and it's as dry as a bone. The thing is, I don't want to be walking up there. Got to get a couple of bags of compost for up this end. Get all these greenery stuff. Anything what you see, what's growing in there, you take them out. Meanwhile I'm waiting for that, I've got some onions in the car, which is the sensus. So you just level that off where you can. So I just need some bags for up that end. I've got these in there, so just level that off. Then right, so meanwhile I'm waiting for those, I'm going to put in some onion bulbs in here, so I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so here I've got my onion sets. These are Sensaya. I got these from the allotment shop this year, so these are the onions that I'm going to be planting. And all what I'm going to be doing is just pushing them in and leaving them, and then I'm going to see what cover I've got over. So these are what the sets look like. So what you do, you just push them in like that and leave the top out. So you're putting them about 3 inches or so apart. So that's all I'm going to be doing. Right, so you can get your onion sets in now. They should be available, readily available now. So the only thing, what you get sometimes with these is when they're starting to sprout, then you get the birds picking them up and pecking them out, so you always got to put them back in. But I'm going to try and see if I can cover them this time. So I'm going to do this and then I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I was finished doing what I was doing, and the elephant garlic's been soaked for long enough now. I've still got some more in the rubbing alcohol, so all this bed I'm going to try and do in them. Just seeing what this is. Because sometimes this is, you see, you leave your garlic bulbs in there from last year, and this is a garlic clove what was starting to come through already. See that garlic clove what was started growing already, what was most probably left in there somewhere from last year. So that's what happens, they stay for quite a while, so I don't want none coming out before now, otherwise it's going to be a bit too early. So I think it's because of the mild weather and everything. So what I've got here, you want your garlic cloves about 4 to 6 inches apart. So you're going to, with garlic, you don't have to plant them in rows, you can stagger them or do whatever you want. God, that wind is just strong at the moment. And what you need to do, I'm going to be using the end of the trowel because we haven't got a dibbler. I've got one but I don't know where it is. So we're going to be putting this bed in elephant garlic, and if I've got any left over I'm going to be putting some in, maybe some in this bed or up the top where I put my onions, because this bed I was going to put all my smaller ones in which I left at home, so that'll be another video. And then I've got the giant Russian ones in the car what I'm going to be putting next to my thing. I don't know if it's going to be too shaded for them there, because when they're growing you need the full sun, so this is the full sun, or I might put them in tubs out here or something, but I'll see how it goes. Right, so you want to got your trowel and just wiggle it around about the length of see, I'm using the length of the trowel. I should have put some sellotape or somewhere so I know how deep, because you don't really want it too deep. So that's about the depth what you want it there. So you're looking for about, because elephant garlic swells, you're looking for to give them space. So you see I'm using the trowel handle. I was going to use this, but that's going to just take longer. So you see, how many am I going to get in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're going to be coming like about 5 to 6 inches across, which is about there, and starting the next row. And remember, you don't have to line them up in a row if you don't want to. You can stagger them or anything what you want. Right, so that one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I've got the solo bulbs that I'm going to be putting in first. So that's the solo bulbs, and you want to push them as deep down as you can. Solo bulb. I've got a bottle here, so that would help me push them down without damaging them. So you're looking for all the solo bulbs. So I'm going to get these in. Remember, you're going down about 6 inches. The skins stay on. That's a clove. So you see you've got some big solos there, so you're going to be expecting big garlics from that. So I'm going to carry on with this and I'll be back with you in a sec. Right everybody, so got this bed completed now. So the odd ones, little ones what I've got, I'm just going to put them in the middle. You can see I've just left the holes so I know where they are. So that's over over 100 heads of garlic what's gone in on this first lot. I've still got loads more up there to put in. So I'm just seeing where the holes are thick and put another clove in there. Then I'm gonna cover this over. So that's our garlics and onions gone in. So you just don't have to form garlic. All you need to do is just get them in the ground and leave them. Got 2 more left out of that lot. So where you see the hill, just drop one in there. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do no fancy planting with garlic. So done that, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so I've got this bed covered. The quickest way, let me get this, I was going to trowel it over, but I think the quickest way would be to use the rake. Just use if you've got a rake, just rake them in, just to cover the holes. Make sure that they're nicely covered. If you want to water these in, you can water them in, or if you just want to, it depends how your soil is. I think I might just water them in once and just leave them. So that's all your garlic and everything in. So when I come back now, I'm hoping to see them come through the ground and give us a nice harvest for next year. Then I'll have some cloves and that what I can give away, some what I can sell. I don't really like selling things, it's not my nature, but it's like when there's food and that. I mean, I sell other things but to keep me going, but like when it comes to food and that, I like to just give. If I've got it, I'll give. Right. So that bed's ready. You don't have to cover it. You don't have to cover it over like the onions what's sticking out on top of the ground. You just do that to it. Right, I've still got loads more, so I'm thinking where to put them, because I put in the smaller ones, I put in the Russian ones. Last year I put some up the top, so that's what I might end up doing with these ones. There's got the trowel somewhere, so I've still got loads more in here. So right everyone, so I've come up to this top bed. I planted some garlic here last year, they did okay. The only thing I'm worried about is if the ground sinks again. And then I've got potatoes in there what I have to watch as well. So putting them up, some up here as well, only because I want to save the other bed for the smaller ones. So these are elephant garlic as well. And this soil here was last year's soil from my potato buckets. So you don't waste the soil. Right, so put some in there. It's this vine here what's causing the problem. Right, so still got loads more. I was looking if my neighbours was down there, but I don't see anyone. So right, so I'm going to carry on with this, put a few more in, and then I might take some home and put in buckets or something. Right, so I'll be back with you in a minute. Right everybody, so finished planting up the top now. Got my onions and elephant garlic in, so I'm just wetting the soil so I can get that soil settled in now. Don't be surprised if you come and see the top of the soil dug over or onions on top. That's just the bird thinking that they're worms. So if you're liking our videos, please remember to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave a comment, you can leave a comment in the comment section. We will get back to you on them. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. You take care until then.